Welcome back to Bathurst Diecast Racing. I almost got that right. We've got some more international drivers arrive. One from New South Wales in Australia, which is not really international, and one from Germany. We will get to those in a moment. But there's also a little hint at the end to get your opinion on about a wheel swap, which a new method that I've tried, and I've done it on this vehicle here. This is a green light Mad Max Interceptor, the last of the V8, sucks nitro, and I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. I originally used an XB base on it, and the wheels at the front were a little bit too narrow, so I switched it over to this Dodge SRT base, which just fit absolutely perfect. If you're wondering what that little bit of metal there is in the bottom, it's part of the wheelbase swap. Not the original design, because I had to readjust it, and when I went to cut it off, it heated up so much it just blew a hole right through the bottom of the plastic base. But on with what the stars of the show are. I've got a letter here. This one is from Jim at Redtrux. Links will be in the description. G'day Lee, this is Sparkies Monaro and my caddy to race on your track. I didn't get around to changing the rubber tyres on mine, so I've included some other cars that might have some wheels that will fit. Sorry in advance for any headaches my car will cause you. There will be no headaches here whatsoever. And here is the beast. It's absolutely fabulous. Fire Trucks is well renowned for his love of fire vehicles. He's got the Australian flag on the front there. He's right, it does have the rubber tyres. It's a shame to have to swap these out because they just look absolutely magnificent, the 5 spokes. But it's quite a weighty vehicle. He's told me how much it is, but I think it's about 70, 80 grams. It is steel all over. But I've been in the shed with it and had a bit of a play, and we'll see what we can come up with. Very, very cool. Thank you, Jim. And the second one is from Cuxhaven. Moin Lee. So here's your Monaro, the Sighthound. He's got five dogs. Here's the other, before I read that letter out, here's the other vehicle that Jim from Redtrux sent. I've actually had to get my own one of these, Jim, because the 2 back wheels were perfect. The front wheels were too small. So it now has 2 sets of rear wheels from that electric Ford. Here's another one that he sent along as well, trying to see if that would fit. They were a little bit too narrow on the wheels there, but it'll go in the collection. So let me start again with that letter from Cuxhaven. It says, Moin Lee. So here's your Monaro, the Sighthound. The weight is 38.8 grams. Let's hope, keep our fingers crossed. Cux territory, which is a bit further north than Cape York, yes it is, will be somewhat successful at Bathurst. A big QE from the North Sea shore. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much, sir. I'm very excited about this. You've done some fabulous work. And here is the reveal now. Look how this was sent. Absolutely spectacular in the tiniest little box I've ever seen. Unfortunately, the glue came off the top there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here is the vehicle. It is an Australian car from Germany. It is a Commodore. Look at the detail inside of this. He's painted the seats, done all the front headlamps. The work is just spectacular. This man just has an amazing amount of patience. It looks really, really good. So if it's just going to win on looks, it's won already. All the work's been done on the front grille. If we can get in focus here, suffering from big kegs problems. But it's been really, really well done. All the tail lights are done. If we spin it around a little bit more, you can see inside there you've got the roll cage. It's all chrome. The exhaust is done out the side there at the front wheel. All the underside's painted as well. So it is absolutely spectacular and cannot wait to race that. So thank you very much, gentlemen. They will be included in the next round of semi-finals, because you guys get a straight run straight into the semi-finals. So 3 magnificent vehicles there, 1 American, 2 Australian. So what we'll do now is check out what the wheel swap. Actually, before we do that, there's a little bit more. This was what was glued to the top of the box. I think he may be getting ready to put this on the trophy. Let's just wait for a moment, and here it is. Sparkies Conversion 2006 Holden Monaro, number 1 of 1, August 2023. Be good if we can get that in focus. There it is. How cool is that? The attention to detail this man does is absolutely spectacular. There is no patience spared on doing these sorts of vehicles. Very, very proud to have it racing at the mountain. Hey, sit there, don't you go anywhere. No, it's just awesome stuff. So anyway, these cars are going to be sorted out. We'll dust them up and we'll see how they run. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And now for the wheel swap thing. Don't even know what to call it. So here's what I've done. There's a piece of spring steel. It's the steel you use instead of for packing tape. It's made of metal. I drilled a hole through the center, used a pop rivet. As you can see at the top where the axle is, it's just covering it. That's why I had to make the adjustment. And the bottom one is covering the front axle. And it just bends down the middle and holds the wheels in place. You've got to do a bit of shaving to get rid of the little clips that hold the axle in place. And it's shaved down on the corners there to make sure it's all clear of the wheels. But I think rather than using the glue, which as I said before makes it really stiff and makes the car bounce everywhere, this gives you a little bit of suspension but allows you to do wheel swaps without having to use glue. I've run the Interceptor down and she's hitting about 8.5 around the track, so race record is 8:11, 8:09, 8:11, can't remember. But I think it's not a bad idea. So I'm currently doing that to Jim's entry, the fire truck, and we'll see how that turns out. So anyway, just thought I'd share that bit of something that I put together, and I think it's just better than using glue. Yeah, excuse the mess in the top and back. I've pulled this thing apart 3 or 4 times to try and get it right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bathurst Diecast Racing.